There have been mixed reactions to the Pretoria High Court's judgment ordering that former President Jacob Zuma return to prison for the completion of his 15-month sentence. It ruled that former National Commissioner of Correctional Services Arthur Fraser's decision to place Zuma on medical parole was unlawful. This follows Zuma's sentence for contempt of court after he refused to continue to appear before the Commission of Inquiry into State Capture. Fraser released the former president on medical parole against the advice of the Medical Parole Board. The court declared that the time Zuma was out of jail on medical parole should not be counted for the fulfillment of his sentence. For some more reaction, we bring in former president's son, Edward Zuma. Sawubona, Babu Zuma, ninjani? What do you make of the High Court judgment ordering former President Zuma to go back to jail?
As a person, I always say I do not speak on behalf of the family. But as Edward Zuma, as a citizen of the country, and as an ANC member, the decision they took yesterday was very reckless. And, one would have expected people who have been very mindful of the fact that they are taking a decision on the eve of Reconciliation Day. And clearly, there is nothing reconciliatory about that hogwash decision they took. And, all they are doing, they are just going to be making matters worse. And for whatever happens, they should be the ones that will be held responsible.
What do you mean they'll be making matters worse?
I mean, obviously, people will react as some have reacted, and as I am reacting already. And who is going to be controlling the anger of those people? The Zuma family, I'm sure they do not have the capacity to control those people. People will take whatever decision. No one will control those people. And I, for one, no one will control me because the decision pissed me off as an individual.
What about allowing legal processes to take their course? The Minister of Justice, Ronald Lamula, was speaking this morning while presenting with the Justice Cluster, calling for calm and refrain in response to the court judgment and to allow due processes to take place. Are you not wanting to follow that advice as well?
Look, my sister, talk is cheap. We always say we must follow due processes. And we always wanted to respect that due processes must be followed. But here comes a time wherein we say this due process, when it comes to President Zuma, never applies. The objectivity of the judiciary never applies to to President Zuma. It's very selective. I, for one, I know that they are going to take this matter on appeal, and we will lose this matter on appeal. It's known. There is never at any stage wherein President Zuma has ever won a case in that particular court, which is under the leadership of Tungsten Mlambo. So, as a person, as an individual, as Edward Zuma, the son of Jacob Zuma, I have no confidence whatsoever in the judiciary.
What do you think about the merits of the case as opposed to where the case was heard?
Can you repeat that again?
What do you think about the merits of the case in reaching the decision?
Like I said, I think the foundation has spoken to that effect. The court that decided on this thing, this matter should not have even arrived at that court. They have no jurisdiction whatsoever on the matter. So they are just meddling on issues so long as they tarnish the image of President Zuma. His health is deteriorating. They are just making it worse. So clearly, I've always said this, they want to see Zuma in a coffin.
So what steps...
I, as a person, we must always defend and stop that.
Yeah. What steps is the family going to take following the ruling?
like I said earlier on, I do not speak on behalf of the family. The family is still going to say something. I'm hopeful, but as an individual and as a South African, I will say let's rally behind and try and stop this nonsensical decision.
Edward Zuma is the firstborn son of former President Jacob Zuma, and of course we apologize, as live TV will always, as it will happen sometimes with live TV, foul language sneaks in unexpected, but we apologize for that.